welcome on the show. My name is Temi Ajayi and I've got Heidi Soliman. Heidi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Temi. Just had a really interesting day.
I've never heard you say that before. So I'm really worried. I think this is going to be outside the show that we're going to have a chat. I'd
It's
love to have
okay.
a chat. Please don't you run off. Let's have a chat after the show because when you say this, then, you know, welcome to everybody that is watching. As my uncle was going to say, he's going to watch the king of our king friend to the show. I'm like, don't watch today. Today's show is bad. You know, it's I don't know. I was gonna say it's for adults only. King is old, but yeah, you're probably going to hear things that are not very pleasant. So be warned, Kabiyesi, if you're watching. But I think it's something that we really need to talk about. So there's no point beating about the bush. If someone says it, then that means it's brewing in the minds of so many, and there's no opportunity to talk about it. One thing I like our show for Heidi is we're unpredictable on this. We could do whatever, we can talk about anything, like we're not shying away from the fact. I mean,
Yes.
could get us into trouble sometimes, but hey, can two work together except they agree? I think we're working together because we have kind of similar values and we deal with things if we have to and not shying away. And so today's topic is not different from those ones. When you saw it, ID, what do you reckon?
Look, I think, like you said, if someone wants to talk about something, then that means that it's actually in the thought form of a lot of people. So there's not a topic that doesn't deserve our attention if someone is actually wanting to discuss it. So I believe that it's open for discussion, and since we can bring some insights and some shedding some light around it, so it's important that we do that.
I think so. So if you've got a point, or if this is happened to you, or if you're thinking about this, sometimes you don't even think, you behave somehow, you have some reaction to things and you don't know why. And so this is what I'm thinking, when we talk sometimes, and when I hear something on this show, sometimes it reminds me of my own blind spot as well. I'm like, oh, maybe that's why I actually never thought about that. So if you are one of those ones, don't shy, let us know. But before we go into today's show, somebody, how we're saying this year is it's different. It's not COVID, but there's something about this year. Things are happening and it's very rapid, it's quick, and both good and bad, and some catastrophic issues and all that. And apparently, uh this year is one of those years. I think this, I was told, it happens once in 33 years that they will be doing Easter and the Muslim will be doing the Ramadan at the same time, once in 33 years. So, and there's a mosque next to my church. They call it Mother Maria, the Mother of Jesus, is the name of the mosque or something like that. And so we finished Good Friday and the day Jesus was crucified on Friday, and I saw all this traffic. So you don't even know which one are coming from church, which one are coming from. We were all lot of people. I'm like, wow, what is happening today? And voila, it's the Ramadan, and so there's something about this year that's very spectacular, and it needs a lot of really thinking through what we do, why we do what we do. So interesting. 33, it happens once in 33 years, and Jesus Christ's ministration ended in 33 years, and this year it's crazy. So I'm thinking about it. God knows what is happening. But all in all, I think we need, I always borrow that your language, Heidi. We just need to be uh how do you say it, with love and respect, We have to keep loving and respect each other and giving each other benefit of the doubt, and just be compassionate towards each other, because we don't know, there's mystery in this world that we got no idea the mystery, but it's going to be interesting. However, let us go on a break. We will come back and talk about today's topic. We'll be back. Welcome back on the show. Yes, we're going to talk about today's topic, but I must say thank you to our guest of last week. Feedback was tremendous about divorces and relationships. So thank you so very much, Greta, for coming on the show, and a lot of people were interested in it. But today's topic is being naked and not ashamed between partners. Is it a measure of true love and intimacy? But this is a bit uh do I say ambiguous? But the question really that they want us to treat, or these people were talking ID, was that they don't want their husband to see them in entirety. The women, they don't want their husbands to see, like if they're in the bathroom, for example, they want a separate bathroom. They will always maintain a separate bathroom from their husbands. And I thought it was a joke, but no, 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 no. Like, this is what you do. Now, I understand if you're just getting married, newly, maybe you're a little shy, you don't know about this, you haven't done, maybe. But to say, like, to the end of the relationship, you continue to hide yourself away. Why? Why? Is it like, I don't know. I was shocked. So I'm like, well, they said, can you discuss this? Because a lot of people might be in the same shoes. I don't know. I agree that maybe if you're just getting married, like I said, are you getting to know each other? Maybe. And if you had gone for counseling, then maybe you're not going to be there, because through the counseling process, they will have taught you all these things. But I know that a lot of people don't go counseling, and a lot of people, they might not prepare themselves for this, and they might be like, we met and it's a love at first sight. After 2 weeks of me, we just got married. Again, you don't know this person. I believe that could be one of the reasons. So they said the shower, the few things they said they're going to separate. And the second thing they said was, they not because, apart from that, they don't want to show their whole body. The other thing is that they they don't want the man to see their dirty parts. For example, if they go to the bathroom and maybe they fatting and all that, they don't want their husband to hear them fat, to smell the fat, or to see them. They just want to be all groomed or not proper all through their lives. I don't know about how much pressure this is going to be on top of any human being in life. So I'm going to throw it to you, Heidi. Have you had this before? Did you think about this before, or when you heard it, especially like in the shower bit? How does that sound? What do you reckon?
Um, Look, I didn't really necessarily hear about this before, but I'm gonna just consider that some people need their spaces. But I have a question, like, in like during sex, for example, when the man, is supposedly naked and the woman is too. Is there a chance of farting there?
Love it. Love that. Love that. What do you do then? Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, I believe that there is a great chance of farting. And if that happens, just the fart slips away, what's going to happen? Now I'm naked and he is naked and there is a fart happening. What are we going to do? Now, look, Temi, I'm not sure what these women are talking about. They want to be not like, they don't want to see husband or see them naked in the shower. Like, how do they? The question is, how do they have sex? They have sex with clothes on. I'm not sure about that, honestly. Like, this is very,
That, that is a good angle you took it to. So I think some of these women might not be making themselves extremely totally vulnerable even during sex. So maybe they're going to like hide some part of them or something. So this is an issue. So where is love then, really? Where is true love? And isn't it true love is when you're vulnerable and you're not ashamed. Also, I, if you're married, okay, let me be clear about this. When we're counseling people about their relationship, we look at their journey, their origin, where they're coming from, so, or how you met this person too. So if you met a man that is being very active, or you met a woman that is being very active, I don't think this will make anything. These women that are talking, maybe they have not been exposed at all. Do you know what I mean? They have been very wrapped and all that, so they're very, very conservative. If you meet somebody who is very out there and is seen it all everywhere, maybe you're not going to be different. And then there could be an issue there. Okay. Also, if you love really, I mean, I was thinking about Genesis, in the book of Genesis, when God created Adam and Eve. He says both of them were naked and they were not ashamed. So if you're married and you're still ashamed, I reckon there's a problem. There's a foundational problem if you're ashamed. I'm thinking, do you really trust this person? Then do you really trust that this person is going to respect you even
Hmm.
in your vulnerability? If you have to hide from this person, then I think there's a problem.
Hmm.
I think you really shouldn't be there. But when they say about farting, um I was talking to someone and he says, even the women, they might do worse things and they're hiding it. Everybody does it. It's a nature, it's a something. I personally have an opinion about when you fart. But let's go on a quick break. I will be back. Welcome back on the show. We're still talking about being naked and not be ashamed to your partner. Is that a measure of true love or intimacy? And I raised a good point about farting. And I know that they say that if you're engaging with someone and they have not seen you fat before, then they don't love you, or you're not in a relationship. I actually don't think I've ever farted before when my husband is there. I don't think so. I don't think so. And when people fart around me, I get disgusted. I must say, I'll run away. So I think, I don't know. This might sound crazy, but it's the truth. I think you need to fart respectfully. And I think you need to control your fart. You will know when it wants to come, and you can just excuse yourself and just say, sorry, I just need to get some angle. I don't like it. The other thing I do with the bathroom is, I sometimes I'm very bad. I'm those type of woman that open the bathroom and don't shut it, especially when you're doing number one. It's just number one. When you're doing number two, you close the door and you might put music on your phone so that nobody hears anything, whatever. But When somebody goes to the bathroom and they leave the door open, I get really upset. I don't know whether these are like just shut it door. I don't want to say. I don't know why I do that. It's not that I don't. You know, I don't know why I do, but if I think truly, I will know what I do. Why I do that. I think I don't want to see you being disgusted as well. So I buy some of these ladies, idea about the bathroom. I think when you go to the bathroom, shut the door. I don't want to know. Wash your hand. Come back. Make sure you run around and you turn around. You do some somersault. The smell goes out of your body before you come near me. Don't straight away come to me after the bathroom. I in if you do number two, I don't like it. I don't like it. So I tell you, jump up or spray you or something. Don't come to me like that. So I agree. I think it doesn't permanently make you bad, but that moment I'm disgusted in that moment. I do. Does that sound like anything? That's crazy. But
No, look, everybody has a preference, Demi, and maybe you don't like, to maybe you are disgusted from that smell, like I am also disgusted sometimes
okay.
from different smells. I know that like there is specific smells that when the girls cook at home, I'm so disgusted I wouldn't go in. I was out the other day, yes, and Ellie was having this um, puff pastry that she puts it in the air fryer with cheese and Vegemite. Now that smell, I
Wow.
I just couldn't take it. So I was out and I came in and I walked in the house and I just couldn't take it. I said, look, open the windows, open like the doors and everything. I'm gonna go sit outside in the car till that smell leaves the house because I'm gonna vomit.
Wow. I
Like
can
it was very strong.
imagine. I can imagine Vegemite and cheese, the smell, and in air fryer. Oh,
In
not
air
even.
fryer puff pastry, like look at the combination or imagine the combination. It doesn't smell nice. So I understand what you're saying, and I believe that everybody, like each to their own, everybody deserves the chance to actually like things and not like things. We all are in a place and space we want to feel safe and feel, like happy and not feel like we are disgusted or wanting to vomit at any, stage. So I believe that honesty is very important. Transparency is very important. Like in the start of your relationship, you must have told your husband that you don't like that smell, or you don't, or you like that smell, whatever it is, and you were honest and you said to him. So I believe that in that kind of honesty, there is vulnerability. And there is things that you start, in the start you first prefer in the relationship till you get used to the person, and then later in life maybe you can change your mind. Look, these things are not set on stone. These things, we can change them. This is just an opinion.
Exactly. It's just an opinion and you can change. I agree. But my concern is if you marry or you're in partnership with someone that actually thinks, why opposite that, why are you hiding yourself from me? Why are you once I married you, I own you in totality. I own you, you own me. We don't own each other anymore. Actually, I own you, then you own me. So you shouldn't be hiding yourself. If you are in relationship with that person, we need to speak to these people to know to be mindful, because the men so desperately want you to honor them, and you desperately as a woman want the man to love you. And so these sort of things, ID, can just break a relationship anyhow,
Mhm.
whereas you two are going to grow out of this eventually, or grow together. So we need to speak to this, how to give each other a space to either mature, or a space to actually accept you. Like I said, when my husband opens the door, I don't like it, but it does not make him any less make me less loving him or respecting him. It's just that minute and that time. And after that, we're rolling, we're laughing again. So how do we now? I will go on a quick break. I want you to speak to this because a lot of things that happen, we don't know. Sometimes we just build this and it just get building, and then we build enmity against each other, and then we all, separate in terms of, for the lack of good words, because of these things. Like you said, how do you start to respect? Don't assume that because you own this person, automatically the person is supposed to now absolutely be doing 100% what you want, when in fact they have their issues. You might not be the issue, they have the issue. They just get to know you, and how do I surrender myself slowly, and especially if they haven't gone for the um you know counseling, marriage counseling, or whatever
Mm.
that we talk about. So we go on a quick break. I want to encourage people in this space how to be understanding, so to say. Let's go on a quick break. And Heidi, I want you to speak to this as well. Welcome back on the show. Today we're talking about this uh sensitive issue, but it's something that is apparently happening. People might not have the word for it. They might be pretending. They might be too scared to tell you. What is it that you are hiding? Uh, and what stage of your relationship is it that you're hiding your nakedness or your vulnerability to somebody that you're actually really engaged with? We're not talking about boyfriend and girlfriend now. And we're saying, by doing that, do you really love? Do you really have intimacy? But I want to say, Heidi, like I said initially, if you are not exposed, uh, and you are not extremely active, and you just got married, I think that you're going to be in this situation. Try to hide something, I'm not sure. Even after counseling, you might still be doing that. That's why you need somebody to keep supporting you and keep holding you. And I say also, like what you said, ID, you said something before. I think we talk about honor. We need to start to respect each other's space. Give them some time. They either grow with it or grow out of it, or but something will happen. Nobody remains stagnant all through the relationship. If we have love and respect for each other, don't say I married you, then I owned you. No. Even if you own a dog, sometimes you tell the dog sit down, we say no, I'm not sitting right now. Not yet, not today. Chestnut is probably going to say that and say no, mama, not now. And
Yeah.
you're not gonna start beating. You still love this your dog with everything. So to say, with relationship as well, start to give each other grace. I always preach this grace and say, you know that you are not the problem. They are just getting to understand this process of relationship. That's what I say. In some instances, if anybody is doing that, that means they still like baby anyway. In terms of not baby, they growing. That is why they would do that. Because if they're extremely matured and big, they probably don't care anymore. You see, I will say this is my own, because these people that were talking, they just new in relationship. They're very new and very young, married people. So that's my assumption as well. What do you reckon?
I reckon everybody is entitled to have their own space and their own time when they feel like they want to start sharing themselves completely, or not. So I believe that everybody has their own let's say, ways of being preserved, because they're not sure, they don't really trust the person, or they don't really feel comfortable yet. Look, I went away with a group of girls in last year, and I was sharing my room with my best friend. Okay, so this girl, I've been friends with her for 30 years. We've been to each other's houses, we've slept together, over, and all of that. That we've been very, very, very close for many years. And then and then she got married, and then after that I got married. She had her daughter, I had my kids. And then this was the first time we ever, go out again, like be in the same, you know
Sweet.
yeah, again, after being married and have kids and all of that. And I noticed that, like, it was nighttime, and then we needed to change in our pajamas. So she took her pajamas, and then she went in the other room, like to the bathroom. And I was thinking, okay. um and I was already, in my brown undies, getting on my pajamas, and I thought, that's going to be reciprocated, but it wasn't. And now
Wow.
we are talking about my best friend, someone that I've known for years. So I'm saying that, we don't know how someone is feeling, and how someone might feel like they're insecure somehow. I don't
Mhm.
know why she needed to go to the bathroom
Mhm.
to change. I have no idea. Look, I don't think that I have anything that she doesn't have, and I was all right, changing in front of her, but she wasn't. So that's something that we need to honor. Look, I didn't speak to her about it, obviously, but all I did is that I gave her space, and I understand that she's not comfortable changing in front of me. So I would sometimes leave the room when she needs to change, and I would also give her space in the bathroom if she wants to go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna say that it's all about how I feel comfortable in my own skin.
Mhm.
And if I feel completely comfortable in my own skin, I'll be able to share that comfort with someone that's in front of me that I'm intimate with, especially if it's a husband. So that's one thing. The other thing is, when we come to talk about bodily, excretions, like the sweat, like the burps, like the farts, like the wheeze and the poos and all of that. Some people, out of hygiene, like you, for example, Temi, out of hygiene, out of being uncomfortable with the smell, with the act, or whatever it is, we don't feel comfortable like that, and that's fine. That's fine. So we just need to, like, for example, I'll tell you this. My ex-husband doesn't like when my daughters burp. He hates it. If one of the girls burps, he gets so upset and angry, and he feels very, like, he feels very yuck. So, and I'm thinking, wow, like, I've seen this recently. He thinks this is so disgusting. A burp is so disgusting. And no, that's his daughters.
Wow.
That's not his wife, that's his daughters.
Wow.
So he wouldn't accept it.
What the? That's, and I think that is actually a good way of ending the show, because this man loves the kids to bits. We love,
Yes,
we piggyback them, we hug them, but ordinary verb you can't take. This is how to say, respect everybody's nuances, whatever
yes,
their little things are. Just respect it. Doesn't diminish the love, it doesn't reduce the respect or the intimacy. This is just their own insecurity at the time. And yeah, so imagine that. We're gonna have to end the show on that. And I like that, because you just put a beautiful way of ending it, rather than heavy tightness, like, yeah, if it's father that loves the girls to beat, hate ordinary, that sometimes you might hate the smell of your partner's poo, you might
yeah.
not want to show your body right now, whatever, but it doesn't mean you don't love them and you don't respect them. So interesting topic,
Yes,
interesting.
it is. Yeah.
Amazing.
Mhm.
It's good the way we handle it. I was thinking, how are we going to handle this? But I think it's been handled quite well. And
Yes.
I'm really pleased with that. So next week, we've got an amazing woman coming on the show. She's an hypnotherapist or something like that. I don't got no idea what it is, but she's coming to talk to us about this, and we should expect something interesting again next week. But until then, we're going to say bye for now.
Thank you. Good night.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Heidi. We've done it
Thank
again.
you. Thank
Amazing.
you.
Well done.
Good night.